Vibe coding is a horrible experience. That's what I just saw somebody saying online. Vibe coding is a horrible experience. Now, vibe coding is a horrible term, a horrible word. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I prefer to call it AI SAAS. I just do. I suppose vibe coding could apply to other things, but putting that term aside, what do they mean by vibe coding is a horrible experience? Right? Now, go back, say, 6 months ago. All right, vibe coding was a bit lumpy and bumpy. The AI didn't always get it right first time. It usually took 2 or 3 attempts, or often took 2 or 3 attempts to get it there, but it usually got there. Now, you might say that it's a horrible experience because when it didn't get there, you'd get into this doom loop of trying to fix a problem that it just couldn't fix and just couldn't wrap its little AI brain around. So you'd end up having to get creative and jump through loads of hoops, and you'd usually get there. But actually, I found that not a horrible experience. Me and my clients found that actually quite enjoyable. I think that's what made it quite addictive back in the day, because it's the creative side of it plus the problem solving side of it. So I don't think it was a horrible experience. Now, I can tell you right now, as a SaaS founder, no-code SaaS founder that's been selling SaaS for over 8 years, in his spare time, as like a lifestyle business, I can tell you right now, building SaaS is a horrible experience, right? It's not a nice experience traditionally with human devs. It's an awful experience. It's the worst experience on earth. It's disgusting. It's slow. It's expensive. It's hard. It's like you have to go deep into the red before probably making any money, almost certainly. Now, if you're spending VC money, maybe you don't care, but that's the game. But if you're bootstrapping it and it's your cash, you're going to go hundreds of thousands of dollars into negative before you even have a chance of going into positive. Now, if you get it right, obviously it's a nice lifestyle business because you can essentially build up a nice compounding passive income. As you add more users, your income usually increases. As long as your churn's not super high and all that stuff, usually you can get a nice increase in income over time, because each month, as more people join and most people stay, the income goes up. So each month you're selling to the same people that bought last month without actually having to do any selling. It's subscription based, so it becomes very passive. It's recurring, subscription based model, and it's very, very beautiful from an income point of view. But from a building it point of view, anybody that can say vibe coding is a horrible experience, you want to try human coding. And I don't mean if you're doing the coding yourself. You might be some tech geek that loves coding, I don't know. But assuming you're not that, and most people watching this channel aren't going to be that, I wouldn't have thought, then yeah, vibe coding is actually 100 times nicer experience than building SaaS with human devs. Human devs, this is how it goes, right? There's going to be slightly different ways, like, and ways that different firms work and stuff. But typically speaking, you're coming up with your idea, then you're probably there might be a few other steps depending on if you're a planner or whatever. Do you want to go inside, Fish? Fish, you're a nightmare. She waits till I'm doing a video and then insists on coming out. And then when I let her out, she insists on going in. And now she's going to scratch against the window and insist on coming out. Cats. And to think it's a simulation and that's a simulated cat. Oh, cats. Allegedly, no, I shouldn't even say this. Allegedly, some people think that I used to ask if people liked cats or dogs in job interviews. And if they said cats, it didn't go so well for them. Allegedly. Anyway, so back to vibe coding is a horrible experience. Right, listen. Human coding. Here you go. You get your idea or whatever. I mean, again, it's going to be different depending on the situation. But let's just imagine this scenario, right? Which is a very common scenario, albeit maybe not the scenario everyone will go through. But you come up with an idea, and then you start reaching out to devs and you maybe go through some agencies, maybe you go on Upwork, whatever, but you go find some human dev somewhere. Typically they won't program in the language you want them to program in, they'll program in another, but other than that it might look good, so you're like, okay, let's do it in that language. And so you take them on, maybe there's some wireframing, maybe there's some UI designing going on by somebody else, whatever, but essentially you're talking to these humans that you've never met before, you've never worked with them before, and maybe there's some reviews on Upwork or something like that, but essentially you are flying blind. You're dealing with this brand new person. Usually they don't speak great English because English is typically not their first language. We've got dev teams where their first language is English. We've also got dev teams where their first language is Ukrainian, Turkish. We've had Armenian. That one was interesting, etc., etc. So not first language English. You've never spoke to them before, that reaching out to them. You've never worked with them before. You're not usually going off a recommend, because who's recommending a dev that's essentially available for hire? If they're recommending a dev available for hire, well, that makes no sense, because surely they'd be working with that dev. Unless it was a very small project, and then can you recommend them for a big project? I don't know. Anyway, so you've got this brand new human that you've never met before that doesn't speak great English, and you've got to now communicate your idea to this human. And then what that human does is they think they know best. Maybe this doesn't happen at first, but at some point they're gonna think they know best. And you're gonna tell them to do X, and you're gonna expect them to do X, and the whole time you thought they were doing X, they were doing Y. And then you ask them, why was you doing Y? And they tell you because they thought it was better than X. And that could happen for weeks or months, you know? They do all kinds of stuff. You know how they say like getting on a horse, like getting on a motorbike, it kind of does what you want it to do. You control it. Getting on a horse, you can get it to do what you want it to do, but ultimately it's its own animal. If it wants to start galloping off down a mountain, you're on the ride. And I know firsthand from having my first ride on a horse be that exact experience. Galloping off the top of a mountain, like slipping at the edges, and it's just nightmare, and I had no control over it. That's working with devs. Devs will try and find the easiest way to do something. They'll shortcut things. They'll tell you that they are working on stuff that they're not working on. They'll try and tell you that they want to refactor your code, which is dev speak for, I want to have 6 months of you not looking over my shoulder and not really holding me accountable for what I'm not doing. You know, because refactoring, if they're doing it, is great for your project. But it's one of those things whereby if you're not a coder yourself, you don't really know whether they're doing it or they're doing it as much as they should be doing it and stuff. And then you've got the fact that they're working remotely usually. You're not usually got them in an office. You've got the fact that you don't speak the same computer language they speak. You've got the fact that maybe they're juggling different clients, but they're just saying they're full-time with you, etc., etc., etc. Lies, deceit, and I'm not trying to paint a picture of all devs are bad devs. We've got a bunch of good devs. I like our devs. But over the years, I've worked with good devs, I've worked with bad devs, and I've worked with everything in between. I can tell you, they will deceive you, they will lie to you, they will screw you over, they will think they know best, they think they know better than the customer, they'll think they know better than you, and go off piste and do weird stuff, all kinds of stuff. So back to what I was saying in the beginning, working with human devs, building SaaS, is a horrible experience on the most part. They are slow, they are human, they are expensive. Just insert all of the nightmare things here. Now, you're always going to get somebody that will go, well, I don't have that experience, my devs are amazing and they do everything I want to do. Of course. Maybe you've just got the Midas touch. Maybe you're the SaaS king. Or maybe you got lucky. Or maybe you don't know what you're talking about, because I can tell you right now, work on enough projects over enough time with enough different devs, you will see and hear everything. Trust me. Which goes back to what I was saying in the beginning, vibe coding is a horrible experience. No, Building SaaS is 100 times more horrible experience when you use human devs than it is when you're using AI. Vibe coding is a dream, especially now. Now all of the kind of platforms like Replit, they're all upgrading their LLMs that power them. So I can't remember which one it is, but Claude, maybe Gemini and Claude, but a couple of the latest LLMs are now built into Replit as of maybe this last week or whatever. I can't remember if it's Sonnet, Opus 4.5 or whatever. I don't know. I lose track. It's all moving so fast all the time. They're all trying to be like, I've got a big thing, as in I'm the best AI. No, I've got a bigger thing. No, I've got a big, and they're all at it all of the time. I think ChatGPT, someone said garlic is coming out. Who called it garlic? I mean, I like garlic bread. I do like garlic bread, but like garlic, like, does it stink? I don't know. Frying garlic kind of smells nice, or it did before I got COVID nose. Anyway, so yeah, AI SaaS is actually a lovely experience. You're in control. You use the agent. You tell it what to do. You're not the bricklayer struggling with code that you can't fix. You are the architect. You are the person saying, do this, do that. And then the AI just goes and does it. It doesn't question you. I mean, I don't want to say it doesn't lie to you. Sometimes it does. But it doesn't question you. It doesn't tell you no. It doesn't take ages. It doesn't get ill or go on holiday or insert nonsense here that's down to humans. It just does what you want, and it does it 1,000 times faster than any dev could. And honestly, building SaaS with human devs is a horrible experience. Building SaaS with AI is actually a really, really, really nice, addictive, creative, beautiful experience. So I won't have it told now, not at the end of 2025, that vibe coding is a horrible experience. It's not. It's actually a joyous experience. It's a really nice experience. And if you're not building your own software as a service right now, as a normal, non-tech, non-AI, non-code founder, like 2025, you were birthed with a gift. You were given a gift. AI SaaS is that gift. Most people still don't know this is a thing. Not even 1% of people even know you can build software using AI and build good software using AI. Most people don't even know this exists. You are super early. At the end of 2025, going into 2026, you are super early. Having said that, as with every opportunity online or every opportunity in business or in life, there is a window. That window could be 3 years, it could be 2 years, it could be 1 year, it could be 5 years. But there's a window of time whereby building software as a service, most people don't know about it, but it's easier and faster and cheaper than it's ever been. But most people don't know about it. So you could actually come into the market, build some software, create a sales process, create a marketing process, get some traction, launch it, get some traction, and start making 2, 3, 5, 10K a month in your spare time, or even more. Some people watching this channel, fast forward to 1, 2 years from now, will be making 100K, 200K, 500K a month. It's just one of those things. Most people won't, of course. It's like anything. Most people are never going to become a billionaire, but some people become billionaires. Most people are never going to become 100 millionaires or 10 millionaires, but some people do. And somebody watching this right now is going to come up with an idea over the next month, 6 months, 12 months, and build it super quick with AI, super cheap, and they're going to launch it, and it's just going to hit viral. It's going to go viral or something, or they're going to find a very unique way of marketing it or whatever, and they're going to get rich from it, right? Could that be you? Who knows? But I can tell you right now, it's definitely not you if you've written off vibe coding as a horrible experience, and if you've decided not to take action. The only way you make sure that you're in the haves and not the have-nots in the future is by actually moving forwards with something. And I can tell you right now, there's few better business models right now, sweet spot, point in time, as AI SaaS. Even crypto's looking beat up. Like crypto's, I'm still hopeful that we've got a little bit more of a bump, but who knows? Like it's not looking good, I gotta say. We've been in extreme fear for a while. And I even looked the other day, I'm like, okay, it's 4 more years. But maybe it's waiting for that to go again. We'll see. But yeah, like there is no opportunity online right now like this one, whereby you can disrupt a multi-billion-dollar a year industry. I mean, it's hundreds of billions of dollars a year industry, and you can come disrupt it faster, easier, cheaper, using AI, building it yourself, and not having the horrible experience, slow experience, nightmare experience of building it with human devs. So what are you waiting for? I've got some links down below. There's a prototype generator. You can build your own software in 12 minutes. My tool's free. I think Replit might be near enough free or whatever. You've probably already got ChatGPT. You've probably got what you need anyway, or like a free trial or 2 or something like that. And you can build some software in 12 minutes in front of your eyes, so you can go, oh, this is actually a thing. So yeah, you should go click on those. I'd say click the work with me links, but right now it's a waiting list. I'm not open. My mentorship spots are not open until next year, but you can add yourself to that if you want, so you get first notice when it's open again. But that's it. Other than that, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. I'll try not to leave it so long between videos next time, but it is Christmas coming. See you next time, bye.